Because there's only two core purposes to marketing. What do you think they are?
To get more customers.
Get more customers? Yeah, that's an objective, but what's the purpose behind marketing? There's only two. Any piece of marketing, whether you're in Yellow Pages, whether you're in a magazine, whether you're on radio like I was last night in Rhode Island. I was being interviewed on a radio station in Rhode Island last night. Wherever it is, your marketing only has two purposes. First one, it must position you. You must be positioning yourself as a thought leader. You have to stick out above the crowd. Because one of the things we've established, I was just talking with Craig earlier, the figures were in 1993, we were getting 3,000 marketing messages a day. 2003, the stats went up to 30,000. That was pre-Facebook. And now with Twitter and everything else, since then, that numbers, I haven't seen any new figures, but it's going to be way more than that. So for your marketing message, you've got to cut through a lot of white noise. So how do you stand out? So you really need to position yourself as a thought leader. So what are you a thought leader about? And then in addition to that, the other number one thing you got to do is there got to be an offer. We're not all Coca-Cola who can just brand. If you're a small to medium-sized business, you can't afford just a brand. You know, if you're going to do any marketing, there's got to be an offer attached. Even if you do a Yellow Pages ad, you know, there's an offer attached. Phone in for today. Here's the 7 things you need to know about, you know, finding a plumber, and you know, phone us for a consultation worth £50, or we'll come out and do a free inspection on all your pipes and plumbings or whatever. But you have to have an offer, regardless of what your service or your product offering is. Does that make sense? The rule of 200, and if you're new in business, how many people, Gloria, you'll know clients of yours waste money on marketing, right? Have done, until they obviously took you on board, and they do that less. You still can't get around the ego trip with some of them. But once you've built this profile, this ideal profile, what can you do with it? You then send that out. How many people have a mobile phone? How many people do you have in your address book on your mobile phone? 100? 200? On average, most business owners, most people in business will know 200 people you can pick up a phone with and have a conversation with. So based on that 200 people, you're only one step away from 40,000 people, because each one of those knows 200 people. Now if you, and I was talking with somebody, coaching somebody last night about this, you take that profile of your ideal client, send it out to those 200 people, you're giving them some specifics to help them. Because Gloria, you probably get, and everyone else in this room gets asked this question. Oh, I'm looking for, I want to do, can you connect me up with, you know, business in Glasgow? Well, I've got like 4,000 people in my data file in my head, or on my database. I said, that's not helpful. If they said, well, can you give me a list of all the small, medium-sized professional services businesses that service the IT industry. Oh yeah, chunk. Oh, I've got a list of 50 there. That's helpful. And then build the profile even more that are run by women. Chunk 5. Okay, here's 5 people you need to connect with, because that's the profile of your ideal client. But if you, because immediately you wouldn't have to spend too much money. That's an investment, just targeting your list of 200 with the profile of your ideal client.